Right, welcome to this first video. My name is Lucky Luke, and in this video I'm gonna share with you how I'm gonna use YouTube to change lives and build a legacy. So welcome. And it makes most sense to me to talk about myself in this video and how I'm gonna be bringing over the transformation that I've gone through onto you guys. So yeah, let's just start. Who am I? I'm Lucas. I went from very weak and insecure a few years ago to making a complete transformation. I've built insane discipline. I've built a physique that I'm proud of. I've gone from making €5 an hour as a dishwasher to making over 20k a month now. And I have distilled this whole transformation down to a few core principles. And those are the few core principles that I want to be teaching you guys on this channel, so that you have a clear step-by-step roadmap of transformation that you can go through if you feel that if you feel like you're not living up to your full potential. And this is not going to be some 75 hard or Wes Watson style program where I'm going to say you have to wake up at 5 a.m, you have to wake up at 4 a.m, you can't drink, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you have to do this, 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 and this every single day. And if you don't do it, you're a bitch and you failed and you're never going to be successful. No, that's not the shit that I'm going to teach you. However, I am going to be real with you guys. And I'm not going to be sitting here telling you that I never, ever, ever drink a sip of alcohol or that I never do anything. But in order to get rid of my addiction and to be able to moderate my alcohol usage and my substances, I had to go through a removal phase first. Removal is easier than moderation. Going from overconsumption into moderation in one go is impossible. It's impossible because you haven't gone through the behavioral change needed in order to be able to moderate it. You haven't built the internal discipline that allows you to say no to yourself and to be able to moderate those things. So you have to go through removal first. Removal is easier than moderation. Once you're successful with removal and you've changed your behaviors and your habits and everything according and considering that specific substance, that's when you can go into moderation, maybe, if you still want to. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. So when I was about 18 years old, I was weak, insecure. I always was wearing hoodies. I had 7-inch arms, I don't know. I weighed about 62 kilos. I had a lot of acne on my face. I don't know, I didn't really like being the center of attention, and I went through the day, and if I could go by unnoticed, it was fine for me. I preferred that. But deep down, I didn't prefer that. Deep down, I wanted to be the man. Deep down, I wanted to be strong, rich, ripped, rare. Yeah, I wanted to be rich, ripped, rare. And then also at the time I was making €6 an hour washing dishes. And looking back, I fucking thank myself that I did the shit jobs, delivering pizza, washing dishes, being a barista, bringing around coffees, being yelled at by people and barely making 2k a month, overweight pieces of shit who think they are the men because they sit in a restaurant and by coincidence you're the one serving them and they think you're their slaves. Yeah, I'm happy that I did those things because it teaches you a lot about life. But at the time I hated it, of course. And because I hated it, I transferred that energy into vices. So I started smoking weed a lot and I started drinking alcohol a lot. To the point where it became a problem. It became problematic. Because with the weed you become lazy as fuck and you don't do anything anymore. With the alcohol, same thing. You're constantly distracted. Next day, I didn't have any discipline. So next day I would be in bed the whole fucking day. Then it's a very problematic thing in the night. If the next day you're staying in bed the whole day, you don't go to the gym. You said you were going to the gym, you didn't go. You said you were going to do this, you didn't go. You said you were going to do this, you didn't go. Instead, you stayed in bed watching Netflix. Yeah? That's a fucking problem. Until one day, I drove from the scooter home from, no, fucking work, I think it was. And I caught the DUI, driving under influence. And in the Netherlands, where I live, I don't know what it's like in other countries, then they are going to do some blood tests to see how much you are actually drinking on a regular basis, because there's some things that stay in your blood for a few months, and they can check this and they can see how much do you drink on average over a certain period of time. So I had to stop drinking. And this was one of the best things that ever happened to me. This one thing changed everything in my life, right? And this is the thing, most of the times, at the time I saw it as a negative, but looking backwards I see it as a positive. Same with the shit jobs. At the time I saw it as a negative, now I see it as a positive. It's always the things that we first see as a negative that afterwards we see as a positive. And the things that we see as a positive at first, those are the things that turn out to be a negative in our lives. Please remember, that's on a side note. So I stopped drinking, and what happens when you stop drinking, when that's literally all you fucking do every single day? Work, drink, work, drink, work, drink, work, drink. What I was left with was a bunch of money and a bunch of time. Because all that money that I spent on alcohol, I now kept in my pocket. All that time that I spent in the bars and hung over, I now kept for myself. And I was ready to do something useful with this. This was when I started to invest in mentors, and long story short, it allowed me to go from 0 to 20k a month. On this channel, I'm not going to be speaking about money too much, because there's people making hundreds of thousands of dollars online giving you advice about making money. So why the fuck would I come on here, talk to you about making money when I'm making about 20k a month, when I can be speaking about what made it possible for me? Because I can be speaking about the money, but if the mindset and the fitness and the habits and the discipline and everything is not in check, you're not going to be able to make the money. So we need to fix this first before we can speak about money. All right, so that's why I'm not going to be speaking about money too much, but I'm going to be speaking about mindset and fitness and habits first, and behavioral change. That's what everything in my life and my system now and my program is around. It's behavioral change. And the concept about behavioral change is that removal is easier than moderation. And once removal is successful, moderation is possible if you still want to. And yeah, but getting back to my story, so I got the DUI, a bunch of money and time, and I started investing in mentors, and I went from 0 to or €6 an hour to 20k a month. It all started with fixing the mindset, fixing the habits, and going into the gym, taking the gym seriously. So when I quit drinking alcohol, I started waking up earlier. I started going to the gym very consistently. I started tracking my macros very consistently. I started working very consistently, and I just got so structured and so disciplined for a certain period of time that everything internally in my own mind changed. So that's the behavioral change that I'm speaking about. That once you have gone through, let's say 90 days or 120 days of like an extremely structured program, you will never be the same again. You rewire your whole mind, beliefs, and habits at the core. And you cannot go back to the same thinking that you once operated in. That's the law of exposure. Once exposed, one cannot be unexposed. So once you are exposed to this way of living and this way of thinking, you cannot be unexposed from it again, and you will have gone through a behavioral shift that will change your life forever. Because everything stems from here. Your actions, everything. First you have your beliefs, those create your thoughts create your actions, and your actions create your results. So if you want to change your results, you need to backtrack this whole process, and you need to change your beliefs and your thoughts first, your mindset first, then you change your habits, then you change your actions, then you change your results. All right? That's why I say don't start with the money, start with this, because the money will follow. If you start at the start of this chain reaction, the results will follow. Beliefs, actions, results. And that's my goal with this whole channel, to be honest, to change your beliefs at the core, to show you, to expose you to a new truth, to a new way of life, to a new way of thinking, that you cannot be unexposed from again. That will change your life forever, that will change your actions. You will start to think in a different way. You will start to believe different things. As a result, you will take different actions. Your habits will change. And as a result, your life will physically change. You will physically, mentally, financially be in a much better place if you just apply the things that I'm going to teach to you in this channel, or on this channel. Because honestly, I'm just going to be the example that I needed. I had to go through it the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. I had to go through the DUI. I had to go through all the fucking shit jobs. I had to go through the pain and the struggle and the uncertainty and not knowing if it was gonna work. I went way too far in both sides, because that's important as well. Don't go too far. Because I have been on the side of being lazy fuck, alcoholic, and the whole story that I just explained. But I've gone too far the other way as well. I have gone too far the other way as well. Where I woke up at 2 a.m. I was waking up at 2 a.m. Motherfucker, the night has just started. And I was up. I was working from 2 till 8. That was, or from 2 till 6. That was 4 hours of work. Then I would go to the gym from 6 to 8. Then I would do some more work. And by 4 p.m. or whatever the fuck, I would be in bed. I didn't see anybody anymore. I didn't see friends. I didn't see family. I didn't see anyone. Whenever people texted me, I was already in bed. Whenever I was awake, it was too early to text or call them. I didn't speak to anyone, and this went on for a few months. And honestly, this is too far the other way. This doesn't work. But I am a very big proponent of early wake up and reprogramming yourself in this way. But don't go too far the other way and become a self-development monk and give up every single thing that you live for. That's also not the way to go. But I have found a nice middle way in a moderation or in a reprogramming phase. There's removal and then the moderation. I have found a nice balance in between it. And if you keep watching these videos, you will learn how I think about these things, and you will see exactly what it is that you need to do based on the stage that you are at right now. But basically, I want to be the example that I needed. I needed this fucking example. I want to make the videos that me 3 years ago needed. I'm speaking directly to my old self. To the boy who was fucking up his life. The boy who had so much potential, and he knew he had so much potential, but he was too afraid and too lazy to take action and to actually change his life, and who didn't understand how quickly his life could change. It's been not even, or maybe just about 3 years, and everything has fucking changed. Mentally, physically, financially. Everything has changed. And I never could have imagined that it was going to be such a big change in such a short amount of time. Yeah, my goal with these videos is what I hated when I watch YouTube, because I'm not going to be one of those guys who says, I'm never watching YouTube, I don't do this, I don't do this. What I said, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I watch YouTube sometime. I like to watch YouTube sometime. But what I don't like is when I click on a video expecting some value, and that I leave the video and they just stole my time. They didn't give me any fucking value for my time. It wasn't worth it. So I want that when you watch these videos that I'm gonna watch, and I'm speaking a little bit about myself in this one, but the next ones are gonna be all about you. I just want you to walk away, and that you feel that the time that you have given me, because you are giving me your most precious asset, which is your time. And I want that if you give me your most precious asset, which is your time, that I give you something in return, and that you walk away with the sense that you got value from the videos that I made. That's the most important thing for me, that you get value from the videos that I make. And then also, that you change your actions based on it. Because if I make these videos and you watch them all, and you don't change your behavior, then you didn't learn anything, so it was better to not watch this video, alright? Our intelligence is measured by how quickly we learn. So if we both go through the same situation, and my behavior changes based on what I've learned, and you keep doing the same things, then you didn't learn anything. I am more intelligent, right? If you didn't learn anything, if your behavior didn't change, you didn't learn anything. Doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity, right? There's some people walking around here, looking at me like I'm crazy. Who's this motherfucker right here with his camera filming himself? Huh? Right. Yeah, legacy fitness. Why is it called legacy fitness? Because I know fitness is where it starts. And it's gonna have a ripple effect throughout your entire life. If I teach you the mindset in fitness, and I'm gonna teach you mindset through fitness, and your life is gonna change based on that, and your kid's life is gonna change, and you can instill a different kind of mindset and discipline in your kids, and they can do the same for their kids, or you can do the same for your friends, or for your mother, or for your father. if I can change 5 people through these videos, and they change 5 people, and they change 5 people, imagine the ripple effect that that's gonna have and the impact that that's gonna make on the world. That's gonna be my goal with these videos. And that's why it's called Legacy Fitness, because this is gonna be my legacy. I wanna be remembered when I die. When I die, I don't wanna be a name. Or I don't wanna be a number, sorry. I wanna be a name. I want the name Lukey Luke. I want the name Lucas Island. I want it to mean something. That whenever I die, that people actually care. Because most people, if you die, there is nobody that would actually care. Sure, there's a few people that actually care about you. Your mom, your family, your close friends. But outside of those, nobody actually would give a fuck. Even the people at your job, they would have replaced. If you work at a big corporation, they will have replaced you within 24 hours. Nobody cares. And I'm gonna build a legacy, and I'm gonna change lives and impact so many lives through these videos. And the ripple effect that it's gonna have, that's my legacy, and that's gonna be my impact to this world. So that's basically all that you have to expect. It's gonna be raw talks like these. This one was more about my story, but we'll be talking about gym, fitness, mindset, habits, belief systems, nutrition, discipline, behavioral change, my program, my method for changing your behaviors and your beliefs, your actions. Just raw talk videos like this. I don't like the crazy edits, and if that's gonna be what is needed to blow up the channel, that's not me. So that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it this way. Because I don't watch those videos. I don't watch the videos with the crazy edits, because that's for people with very, very low attention spans who have TikTok brains. They need the edits to keep them engaged, because otherwise, next one. They cannot listen to one video for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But these are the videos that I watch. These are the videos that I actually like to watch, that I actually get value from. The videos with all the crazy edits usually don't give me any value, because they're only made to keep me watching and to get ad revenue from me. So this is the kind of videos that I'm gonna make. We're going to the gym afterwards. We're gonna hit some bench. I'm training twice a day now, so this is the morning workout. I'm gonna do some heavy benching, heavy incline bench, and then tonight I'm gonna come back and do some pump work. So yeah, this is just my way to authentically share my journey, to share what I've learned, to share my transformation, bring that over to you, and hopefully you can do the same. So that's it for this video. I hope that by this that you learned something, that you know what my goal with this channel is gonna be. Subscribe to the channel. In the link below, you will see a link to my Instagram. That's where you can speak to me. You can check my stories daily. I will see you in the next one. Ciao.